Hello there, Brandon Hardesty here with a Stars Early Parts IMDb exclusive. Scottish-born actor Ewan McGregor is the star of the new film T2 Trainspotting, the follow-up to the 1996 indie hit Trainspotting. He can also be seen in the live-action adaptation of Disney's Beauty and the Beast as Lumiere. But before these films, before Star Wars, Big Fish, Trainspotting, what are some of his first acting jobs in film and television? Ewan's first IMDb credit was in a British miniseries called Lipstick on Your Collar, in which he played a clerk in 1956 who was more interested in girls than the decline of the British Empire, and spends his work hours daydreaming, lip-syncing to old rock and roll hits.
You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
Another notable role was in the miniseries The Scarlet and the Black. He was a complex protagonist. The setting is 19th century France, and he starts out as a young, aspiring priest barely making ends meet, but he gradually manipulates his way up the social ladder, mostly by seducing upper-class women. To drive his ambition, he turns to the ideals of Napoleon Bonaparte, who appears to him regularly, offering sage advice and encouraging him.
Only a coward would quit the field now. I will come to your room tonight. At 2.
Even after Trainspotting was released in 1996, there were a few interesting roles that I didn't know he did. He was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt playing a ghoul.
Here, let me help you with that, sweetie.
An episode of ER playing a thief robbing a convenience store.
You got it? I don't want anyone moving, I don't want anyone talking, I want everyone just to stay where they are.
And one of my favorites of his is Brassed Off, a film that maybe not too many Americans are familiar with, as it deals with a very specific event in UK history, a wave of coal pits being closed in the early 90s that put a lot of people out of work. These coal miners, in their spare time, play in a brass band.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, eh, girls?
I accept we can do without drugs and rock and roll.
It's definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. All of these old projects serve to establish Ewan McGregor as a reliable leading man, and they were just the beginning of a long, fruitful career.